and welcome back to another Madden 15 offline play now game. And today we Vikings going to New Orleans to battle the Saints, and if you're wondering, my little play now update. So from what I said in the Giants game and all that stuff, this is, again, it's not online. And then look at this play on here on 3rd and 15. I got Kyle Rudolph with the speed. Yeah, that's pretty great. But anyway, I think Giants game, I recorded my audio Friday night, and I said that my next video will probably be an online game. Unless I get anything good tonight, and we did get something good that night. So yeah, the night I recorded the Giants game, I got the footage for this. So yeah. So this will probably be my last game until we do an online game. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But what do I do? Yeah, that's one of my favorite tricks, is when you get somebody on the curl flat pattern, generally Ellison, and then you roll it with the QB and you force the man defender, or, well, it could be zone, I guess, but whoever's covering that guy in the flat, to either make a decision between going after the QB sneak or going after the tight end in the coverage, and generally they either go after that QB and, you can get the tight end or sometimes halfback open, depends on the play. Or sometimes, they go after the receiver and you're able to get, receivers and tight end or, whatever. Tight end, halfback, or wide receiver, I guess, too. And then, you get run with QB. So, yeah, that's me talking for a while about a play that happened a while ago now, because we're driving here with the passing game, but look at Teddy Bridgewater just overthrow Kyle Rudolph. So, then we try to run it up the middle with Jerick McKinnon. We get to the 6, that's 3 yards, and now, come on, 6-yard touchdown, got Kyle Rudolph open, but I can't quite hit that spin move in time. Watching this back, I just wanted to hit that spin move so bad, but I'm like, you know what? If they stop us, we're going to have them backed up so bad that we'll probably get a safety anyway. So I'm like, let's go for this. And we get it. So we come out with an early 7-0 lead. Now, I'm generally not a big fan for, being super greedy with those kind of things. That's the kind of run I want to have. Give those Saints all day. Generally, I'm not a fan of being super greedy, especially with the passing game. But look at Jimmy Graham get open there. But I generally am pretty content to run the ball and do drag routes and stuff like that. And look at my man just get burned, but they don't even throw it to him. I think I had Colston, and Colston just burned me. Yeah, so anyway, now for all that we were doing, the Saints are driving right back at us, and I've got these routes covered, but you're not doing that. Captain Munnerlyn's getting the pick, and that's not a user pick. What are you talking about? I don't know what are you thinking, Drew Brees they're trying to try Captain Munnerlyn like that? Drew Brees is disrespecting the CPU corners, but now here's where some problems start. Here we go, roll. Oh no. So now we got the ball on the 1. Well, I suppose we gotta run it here. Can we get out of the end zone with Jerick? Nope. So our good fortune with the interception suddenly really turned against us. Saints get the ball right back, and they score that safety on us. And then you see Jimmy Graham just hit me with that cutback. Got a little double move, and then, yeah. So Jimmy Graham doing quite well. And also, at the beginning of this game, I told myself, I bet Kyle Rudolph's gonna outdo Jimmy Graham. Because, how they show the stats at the beginning of the game or whatever? Well, they showed, Kyle Rudolph and Jimmy Graham, the tight end matchup. And since I didn't really like to throw to my tight end, I decided to see, I'm like, I bet Kyle Rudolph's gonna do better than Jimmy Graham today. So I'll show you those stats at the end of the game. see how I do with my prediction. But there you see Colston get a big time play, but they do not go for 2. I'm also sorry about that sound effect. So here's another one of my little QB sneaks. They try to stick with their coverage. So I say, well, thank you. We're trying to score before the half because they're getting ball at half, and we do not want to go down in a 2-score game, like 16-7. So when did I call an out route with Johnson? I think I wanted to do a flag route or something. I don't know, or a deeper out route. So I audible him into a slant, and I think I get him. Yeah, I get him. No. Charles Johnson was open, and I try to hit the back juke with Kyle Rudolph, but no, we just get the first down, call a timeout, and now this play is quite a good play. I use it quite a bit. Oh, not the one I audible into if I call Y stick, yeah. But that close min verts, you can generally get either Kyle Rudolph or Greg Jennings open on it, and let's do my standard QB sneak little trick. And now here we go, you see that close man verts, and look at Kyle Rudolph, he's wide open. Oh, well, there's another one of my little tricks that time, getting it to the halfback, call a timeout with 9 seconds left, we're trying to score before the half, and now another one of my favorite plays, Z-spot, and unfortunately Kyle Rudolph doesn't get open like he generally does against man coverage. That Kyle Rudolph route, again, works great against man coverage, not so much against zone, but we do get the B receiver open for 9, which gets us just enough for the field goal. I'm not very good with field goals, so I felt like, we gotta get some more yards because I'm not gonna be able to make that. And I knew that run was coming. I knew that draw play was coming, but I didn't want to commit to it because generally run committing is super excessive, and I couldn't stop it, and the rest of my guys were fooled, and then you see, yeah, I'm messing up the tackling with Anthony Barr. But anyway, we're bringing a little pressure here, being aggressive, and it is second half now, yeah. And then you see, yeah, my poor tackling skills. Drew Brees 8 for 9. He's doing quite well. But see Saints looking to take back the lead, but at least no matter what, it's still a 1-score game. And I'm using that field, and I'm covering the curl route, and Brian Robinson gets the sack. Now we're hoping we can hold him to a field goal here. Come on, this is 3rd and 14. They score, so I let Jimmy Graham get open because I know he's not getting that first. And yeah, Drew Brees conveniently throws it to him. So they're held to a field goal, so we get the ball back here in a 2-score game. And now this is where this is the difference between a user and a CPU, this drive. And I'm pretty much showing you all the plays, just watching how many run plays we do. It's excessive. After we get the little Jarius Wright slant route. And yeah, we just pretty much run for this entire drive. And they don't make the necessary adjustments, and we keep getting 4 or 5 yards, and I'm like, well, you're going to keep letting me have those yards. We'll take them. Jerick McKinney, keep beasting it up the middle. They're not moving their linebackers. They're moving out of the way for us. Look at the linebackers are always oftentimes the key to stopping runs, I think. So, you always got to watch what the linebackers do. Because generally, especially in the kind of defense that... Why am I showing you my play calling, But especially in the kind of defense that they generally come out in. Most teams generally come out in. You generally have your center charging up the field to block one of those linebackers. And you've got those whole on the first level. So you really got to see what those linebackers are doing. If the linebackers get all the way, you can generally get pretty big runs. You see... The linebackers really got to be the ones to shoot the gap, and they don't. And we're able to get some of our O-line up the field, 5 yards up the field or whatever. So, yeah, and then Asiata, this is the difference, between, they finally get a stop there. But you see, we're chewing clock. And then I'm like, we got to pass here. Though I do let this tick down to 1, I think. Let's see, can we get this big play? But I know the Saints, there's certainly time for them to score. And if anything, I'm kind of worried that I might have messed that up. because, I mean, this is exactly the amount of time it takes to get a nice long drive down the field, and then, and then not give us, just like there's one drive left in this game, like a long drive left in this game, so we gotta get a stop here, and what? Drew Brees has no respect for Captain Munnerlyn, and there goes Captain Munnerlyn with his second interception. I guess that's why his name sounds like a superhero. They named him. Seriously, imagine if your parents had made your first name Captain. But there you see Jarek McKinnon getting 8. I'm trying to get a field goal here because that would make it an 8-point game, which would mean Saints would have to score a touchdown, get the 2-point conversion, get a stop, and win it in overtime. And we can't quite get that, so we gotta settle for the field goal. And now we got this all center lined up, just kick it straight. I don't have to angle it in any way. But yeah, I don't have to angle it, but I do angle it. So, still, it's a 5-point game. Saints in some pretty good field position. Yeah, and I'm starting to worry here. And here we go, trying to get somebody deep in the fumble. Jeez, we nearly got some big-time cheese on our side there, but we didn't get it because they recovered it. And then, that's cheese. Yeah. There we go, Saints in the clutch. And now going for 2 to try to make it a 3-point game. Yeah, Saints, they're amazing in the clutch play with cheese on their side, though. So there is kind of a funny glitch with the squib kicks that you can sometimes get that guy Cole. You saw that, I nearly caught that. And then look at this. This game ain't over until is it the fat lady sings? Is that the right metaphor? So yeah, in the clutch, that's what was really in the clutch. And now we just do a run to center ourselves and chew up those last bits of clock. Call the timeout with 3 seconds left. Like I always say, end every half with a field goal. We end the second half with a field goal, and we end the first half with a field goal, and we end the second half with a field goal. That gets us the win 20-18 over the Saints. The Saints just saying, "Thank you, fans." Don't know what they're thanking them for, The fans didn't cheer hard enough to get the win. And there you see we only score in even-numbered quarters. So now it shows some of the highlights here. There's that game-winning field goal. I think the Saints did get the never say never moment of the game. I think their last-second touchdown actually got it rather than ours. I think that out route to Greg Jennings should have been the never say never moment of the game. Yeah. But because that was in the clutch. I'm glad they called man there. I don't know that they called man, but generally if an out route works, they probably called man. If an out route didn't work, they probably called zone. It's a general rule. So now I'm just doing my little Jimmy Graham, Kyle Rudolph comparison, and you see, though we got the win, Jimmy Graham pretty much outdid Kyle Rudolph in nearly every stat. So I showed quite a bit of this. You see, neither of them got a touchdown. But yeah, we get the win 20-18. Saved by crucial 2-point conversions, and yeah, just a crazy game with safeties and 2-point conversion fails and 2 Captain Munnerlyn interceptions, and yeah, all sorts of crazy stuff. Great game and I had a very fun time playing it. These kind of games, that's why you play Madden. If you play Madden, that's the kind of game you want. Close, epic, and you get the win in the end. Yeah. So I will see you later in my next video that will hopefully be equally awesome.